Welcome to this webinar. Thank you so much to be here. And my name is David Pereira. I am the founder and CEO of SecPro. And we have like 25 years experience in cybersecurity, ethical hacking, forensics, malware analysis, etc. Today, we are going to talk about a subject that I love. We are going to talk about the information you are going to provide normally in the normal interaction that you have with internet, with the technologies, with your devices, etc. In that normal interaction, you provide a lot of information for the malicious actors. So those malicious actors don't want that you know this. That's why we put this name, what cyber criminals don't want you to know. Because, you know, in the most knowledge you have, the more aware you are about the risks, about the cybersecurity, the less space or less probabilities for the nefarious actors to compromise your information. So that's the idea of these spaces that we are going to have maybe month by month. And we are going to start with this part. So, as I mentioned before, we interact day by day with your email, social networks, regular websites, news sites, etc. A lot of different applications, etc. And in each one of these interactions, you are leaving a track. You are leaving footprints or fingerprints about the technology you use, the operating system you use, the tools you're using, your devices, etc. And that information can be captured by a malicious actor. So today we are going to show different attacks and different aspects about your footprints. That's the idea. At the end of the day, the message is not to be like a totally isolated people in a cave. No, it's not the idea. The idea is to interact in a safe way with our technology. That's the idea. So let's start talking about what Internet knows about you. Internet knows a lot about you, a lot. The Internet knows about our face, the biometric part. Let me show you a very simple demonstration. Let's use a tool. I'm going to show a lot of different things. I hope you like it. And let's see. I'm going to use a nice tool. Let me allow the scripts in my machine so I can show you. Perfect. Let's use this nice tool. Your biometrics, your face, it's one of the most used things to try to identify you. Let me show you what happened with your face. Let me put a photo here. I'm going to upload a photo. Let me select one photo of the group of photos I have in my computer. Let's see, let's use maybe, let's see this one, or maybe it can be this one. I'm going to drop that one here. It's a very well-known photo from me, and I'm going to use another one, like let's see, another photo can be, let's see, this one can be younger version of me. So we have two different photos. So let's see how to do a face search. Let's see. Let me see if I'm waiting for something else. Give me a second. I'm going to cancel here. Good. Perfect. I'm going to make the normal search, not deep search. In deep search, we are going to find more results, but for now, it's okay. We can do this in this way. And let's see with two photos only, in how many places can be found my face. And if you can see, it's not the same photo. We provide different photos, but my face, it's in 56 different sites, and it's not the same photo. Look, let's see, another photo, different photo, another different one, different one, different one, different one. This is from a video. Another one, well, a little weird, my face, but it's okay. It's another one, more, and more, and more, and more, and more, and more, and more. So as you can see, artificial intelligence and all the technologies we have we can use these tools in a very simple way. They are at the reach of your hand if you have internet access. So these technologies can show you how public is your image. If you have a social network or you publish anything in internet, you need to understand that that information do not belongs to you anymore, not at all. So internet knows a lot about you. Let me show you another thing. Let me activate. Let me show you this. I'm going to show you a tool that shows what you are providing to any website in the world that you visit. When you interact with a website, normally you are leaving a track, you are showing information about your computer, your operating system, even your screen resolution. Let me show you. We can use this tool, and I'm going to use Browser Mirror. And as you see, I'm going to show my IP address. I'm going to blur this later. But we can see different parameters. And we are not seeing so many because I'm blocking the scripts in my computer. We are going to see why I'm blocking the scripts later, but I'm going to allow the scripts to run in my computer right now, and look, we are going to have more and more information. Look, JavaScript version, my browser, my technologies. Look, we can. This website knows that I have an Intel, a MacBook computer, Mac OS, the version, the specific version, the browser that I am using, etc., etc. Even my screen resolution. With different technologies, even you can look for cameras. Let me show you. There are technologies like WebRTC. WebRTC, it's a technology that allow me to know if you have cameras, if you have microphones, and they can try to activate cameras and microphones in a remote way. Let's see in the leak test. Look, it's trying to activate my camera, my microphone, etc. I, of course, going to block this, but as you see, we have information about cameras, microphones, etc. So this information is provided to you voluntarily to any website in the world you visit. So internet knows your devices, as I already showed, your IP address, and information about your family, company, etc. If someone wants to look information about you, well, let's say that a malicious actor is trying to look for people that works in Bank of America, let's say. So the malicious actor just need to say LinkedIn, Bank of America, and that's it. So we can take a look about Bank of America in LinkedIn. Let's see. And we can take a look about the employees in Bank of America. So let's see all of the employees that are registered in LinkedIn. So the malicious actor, if wants to send an attack like a phishing, we're going to talk about phishing in a moment. Well, here we have a very, very nice list of people from the Bank of America. And I can visit the Bank of America website. Let's see. And I can try to detect emails from Bank of America. Let's see. Perfect. The malicious actor needs to know how Bank of America creates the emails for their employees. So you can see that they use like their name, maybe the first letter of the middle name and the last name, last name. Here we have Brad.Beck, Alex.Sawyer. So in so many cases are name.last name, right? And we can have 555 more emails. But I don't need that because I already know with this list that maybe Alejandro Escobedo, it's alejandro.escobedo at bankofamerica.com, and so on, so on, so on. Damon.Vinci and Gabriela.Serafini, etc. That's one of the things the malicious actors does, try to reach or try to investigate their targets so they can customize their attacks. They have information about, of course, company. I already showed you with LinkedIn, work experience, preference, friends, etc. Let's keep it in LinkedIn. If you visit one of these public profiles, you can see information about this person. So this person studies in the Instituto Politécnico Nacional, and well, we have information about his work record, education, skills, recommendations, so we can see friends of this person. And we can have courses, language, interest. This is very useful for malicious actors, because can send him an email from Cirque du Soleil or from some specific groups like Amazon Web Services, etc. So the malicious actors can take this information to create a fake, to fool this person with a phishing, with some different kind of tricks. Well, so in some cases, internet knows your passwords. What happened? Normally, let me show you something, an additional thing. In how many websites you register yourself with your email? In a lot, right? So you can use your Gmail account, Hotmail account, Outlook account to register yourself in different websites or portals or applications. But what happened if that website got hacked? Let's say that somebody hacked LinkedIn, or somebody hacked Adobe, or somebody hacked Under Armour or so. So let's see this website. It's a very interesting one. It's called Have I Been Pwned? Have I Been Pwned? It's a nice website that allows you to query about your email. And it's going to tell you about the websites that you are registered with that email and they got hacked. Let me show you. Let's put an email like P. Smith, let's say P. Smith @gmail.com. I don't know if that email exists or not, but let's see. Okay, that email exists, and look, in some places that this person, I don't know who is this person, I just querying about this email, and this email was registered in Trax Plus, in some different breach in 2018, in Trax Plus. Trax Plus was hacked in 2017. And Animal Jam was hacked in October 2020, and Audi was hacked in August 2019, and Avo was hacked in 2019, and so on, so on, so on. Malicious actors hacked these companies, and that email was registered for some service in those portals, and this information, credential information about this email and password used in those portals got leaked. So somebody have that information in the world. So this website is so nice because you can try your email and you can know if any site or any website that you registered previously with your email got hacked and your password used in that website, it's already leaked and somebody already have it. Somebody already have possession of a database having your password. That's why it's so important that you change your password in a maybe monthly basis or at least 2 months basis, because can happen. And you need to use this kind of websites to validate if your information was leaked due to a problem, a cybersecurity attack for one of these websites. Well, so let's continue. Internet have a lot of different areas, a lot. So normally we are used to access the surface web. Normally surface web, it's in approximation, this is an approximate value, the 4% of the entire internet. So all the information that you can reach with Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo, etc., normal search engines, it's only the 4 or 5% of the entire internet. There is another part that is called deep web, and it's more or less 90% of the internet. That's not indexed content. Normally, search engines like Google, DuckDuckGo, etc., Bing, index content. So they have a very fast way to sort the information so you can query about, I don't know, how to prepare a apple pie. So they got indexed all the apple pie recipes and they can show you that. But deep web is not indexed. And the most of the information in internet is not indexed. I'm not saying that you can't reach that information. No, you can reach that information, of course, but you need specific search engines. Like, let me show you one, like this one, Carrot 2. Carrot 2, it's let me load the JavaScript here. Carrot 2, it's a search engine for deep web. It's like a meta search, and you can find information that is not located in Google with this Carrot 2 search engine. Like, let's look for something like IBM or something like that. So it's very interesting because these kind of tools can separate the results so you can see about IBM system, international business machine, 14 documents, and so on, so on, so on, so on. So you can take a look about each one of them. Not all of them are in IBM website. Let's see, look, eTools, CH, blah, 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 blah. So these kind of tools can look for information that maybe Google is not indexing right now. But anybody in the world can reach about this information. So it's very useful. And there are another tools that can be used. Some of them are called meta search. Not all the meta search engines can reach deep web, but some of them can reach very, very specific information that is not indexed. And we have dark webs. People normally have a misconception about dark webs. People normally think that there is only one dark web, and that's not true. There are a lot of different dark webs. We have Tor network is one of the most well-known, let's say, one of the most well-known malicious or dark webs, but we have I2P, Tribler, Freenet, a lot of different dark nets. But the most well-known is Tor network. And Tor network and that kind of networks, the dark webs, contains information that normally it's illegal. The most of them is illegal, like credit cards, child pornography is one of the worst things in the world, pornography, regular porn, stolen devices, drugs. I'm going to show you in a moment. So as you see, internet have different layers, let's say, or different parts that you can reach, and the malicious actors normally interact in all of them. So there is a big market for leaked data, for stolen information like credit cards, etc. Let me show you. I'm going to use a tool that is called Tor browser. Let me show you. Give me a second here. I'm going to use a tool that is called Tor browser, and I'm going to use a search engine to look for stolen information. Let me use one tool. Let's say people sometimes makes the mistake that they believe that they are not attractive to a malicious actor because they don't have a lot of money, and that's a big mistake. Normally, if you are a real person and you have a real identity, you have academic records, you have financial records, you have a passport, etc., your identity have a price. That kind of information can be stolen, and let's look for credit cards. And let me show you. Look, let's take a look about this one, maybe. And you're going to see an entire market selling stolen credit cards or fake credit cards, fake identities. I'm going to show you. I'm going to open a couple, but sometimes they are not working. Look, credit cards. Let's see. Look. So they offer you credit cards. Normally those are stolen. Let me see here. Better. This one is better. Look, PayPal and credit cards, hacked PayPal accounts. So the malicious actors steal the PayPal credentials for a victim, and then they try to sell that information in portals like this one. There is a lot of scams here. A lot of them are fake, but some of them are real. So look, they can tell you how much is the cost, like $45 for a PayPal account with a balance of $2,000, and $38 for a $1,284 balance account in PayPal, and so on, so on, so on, so on. Stolen credit cards from, well, they are providing names, etc. I'm not saying that this is real. Maybe it's a scam, but there is a lot of real places offering stolen information, as you can see, and it's very common. And it's not the only one thing that you, and they are real. Look, they are not scams. Those are, all of them are real. You can look for drugs if you want. Let's look for cannabis or something like that, cocaine, etc. There is so many. There are so many websites selling drugs, selling any kind of psychedelic, and etc., etc., etc. Look, so they can sell you drugs. This is in United Kingdom, and you can see the different products. As you see, regular portals with products. They can sell you a passport. Let's see. They can sell you a passport, a fake passport from United States, from United Kingdom, different countries, and driver's license, and a lot of different fake documents. And they offer that your document can pass immigration authorities and blah, 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 blah. Of course, most of them are scams, but they can provide you a fake document. So as you can see, networks like Tor are full of illegal content, illegal products, stolen products. Let's see if we can reach another one. Ah, well, it's ready. This one is ready. Guns, ammo, etc. Look, they are, let's see what they have here. Empire Market. Well, so look, what do you want? A counterfeit or a credit card, documents, drugs, gadgets, gift cards? So as you wish, right? Like a illegal Walmart. You have everything here. So look, in documents, they are offering you different things: driver's license, $399, Australian driver's license, COVID-19 vaccine card, and so on, so on, so on. Different. This is like an Australian portal, but, well, Canadian, French. Well, you can see. All of this, of course, illegal. I'm not going to look for porn, of course, but it's another big market in dark networks. So you can see that your information have a price, and not a big one. And here comes another misconception or misunderstanding for people. Normally, if you see the price, as we saw in real, normally a credit card can cost between 50 cents to $20, $30. A PayPal account, we already saw it, $30, etc. So people sometimes tell me, hey, but it's so cheap. Again, I'm not worried about it. No, it's exactly the opposite, because you just need to think how many people a malicious actor needs to compromise to have a good money, to receive a good payment. They need to compromise more and more people to receive $200 at least. They need to compromise 20 people, more or less, 30 people. If they want $1,000, they need to compromise more or less 100, 150 people, and so on, so on, so on. So it's even worse that the prices are low. They need more victims. That's the real problem. Okay. So how they can steal your data, how they can steal your identity or your money? Well, let's see. There are a lot of different attacks. The most of the attacks, we are going to talk about it, can be used against a company. And here comes a very important part. Normally, companies think that they need to invest in technologies. So they have big budgets to buy a firewall, IDS, IPS, UBA technologies, EDR, etc. A lot of different technologies that, of course, you need that technologies, but you need a balance. Why? Because it's very simple. Normally, most of the malicious actors, do you think that they have the capability to bypass amazing technologies like Checkpoint, Palo Alto, Fortinet, Kaspersky, a lot of technologies? Do you think they can bypass that kind of technologies? Or they can send you a fake email? What can be easier for them? What activity needs less knowledge, less amount of time, less effort, less investment from them, from the malicious actor? So normally malicious actors, they are not the regular actors. They are not to try to bypass your technology. They try to reach your people. How? With an email, with a phone call, with an SMS, etc. So normally all the attacks we are going to see right now are going to be directed against companies, but at the end, the main target are people. Well, let's start with social engineering. Social engineering, it's the group of techniques that malicious actors can use to try to fool you, to try to deceive you, to try to force you to fall in a trap. That's social engineering. It's created to fool you. That's the idea. So in a social engineering attack, normally you are going to find emotional manipulation, time pressure. Normally they can call you and tell you, hey, Jairo, this is Bank of America, and we want to congratulate you because you are an amazing client and you have a bonus for your credit card of $500, but you need to provide a security validation right now. So which one is your credit card number or something like that? And if you say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have time now, they are going to say, oh, I'm so sorry, because you need to answer right now. If not, you are going to lose this amazing opportunity and you are going to lose $500. So they are going to try to pressure you, to force you to fall in the trap. They can impersonate people. They are going to use different baits. They are going to try to fool you in different ways. And they are going to try to pressure. Sometimes they can say that they are authorities, police, or a judge, or something like that, or the IRS, right? Taxes, agencies, etc. So, well, that's the idea in social engineering. So let's talk about one of the classics, phishing. What is phishing? Normally phishing, it's a group of things. I mean, normally you receive a fake email with a link or with a attachment, a file attachment that you need to click on the link, or you need to download the file and open the file. Normally the phishing is a fake email, right? That tries to redirect you to a malicious website or tries to fool you to infect your computer. So we need to have in mind some important things. When you receive an email, you need to validate who is sending this email, who is the source, the real one. And you need to validate that the mail address is coherent, is logic. Because if you are receiving a mail from Bank of America, it's not logic that the addresses will be bankofamerica@gmail.com. That's crazy, right? Or irs@gmail.com, or DMV@general contact. DMV should have the DMV domain, right? So Microsoft support should have an @microsoft.com email, not support.microsoft@service.com. But sometimes people don't read because, we don't have time. So right now we are in the attention war. People don't have so much minutes to put attention to something. So you try to read fast, and you try to solve the most of the things you can in a day. So malicious actors take advantage of that. The spear phishing, it's similar to the phishing, but the difference is that this is very directed or oriented to the CEO, CFO, the C levels, the directors of a company, or specific people, right? So this kind of attack is the more or less the 91% of effective attacks in the world are related with the spear phishing, a fake email directed to the right person. And one of the most critical things is that normally when we do these kind of spaces in companies, that we go there or in a remote way, I show all of this to the companies. Normally the CEO, CFO, the COO, normally they don't participate. They are not in these spaces. So they are not familiar with this kind of techniques. So they can fall in these traps easily. That's a big problem, big issue. Well, another way is that the malicious actors use some alterations in the address. So they can remove a letter or put an additional one or replace them, etc. And this is very, very critical. And to be honest, it's very easy for a malicious actor because, look, a malicious actor can buy in an easy way any domain that can be similar to the real one. Let me show you. A malicious actor can go to a place like GoDaddy. GoDaddy, it's a company that sells domain like Google.com, Microsoft.com, that kind of domain, secpro.llc. So let's see if a malicious actor can buy a domain similar to Bank of America. Let's see what kind of domains exists similar to Bank of America. Look, bankofamericaweb.org. A malicious actor can buy this domain for $9.99. And this malicious actor can send fake emails from that domain. Look, bankofamerica.pro.us. People can fall in this trap. bankofamerica.pro.org, familyofamerica.com, well, Bank of America Zone, etc., etc., etc. bankofamerica.now.org. Sounds like a real thing. Don't you agree? Sounds like a real thing. Bank of America Tech, Bank of America Fit, so on. Look, 1 cent. bankofamericamoney.com. So the malicious actors can do this, can buy a domain with a stolen credit card, or they can buy a disposable credit card to buy this kind of domains. And then they can send fake emails with this, or can be worse. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something. Let me write it here so you are going to see the entire trick. Look, you can see here that in this case we can validate everything that we normally validate in a website, right, guys? So normally people say, okay, if you are going to visit a website, you need to validate that they have the lock here. The padlock is here, okay, and it says verified, but let's encrypt. So it's a real certificate. HTTPS, we are using secure protocols to connect to this supposed apple.com website, but of course it's not apple.com. Of course not. This is a very, very interesting attack that is called homograph. And how this works, the malicious actors can use similar alphabets in the draw to our alphabet, like the Cyrillic in Russian, the Russian alphabet. In the draw of the letters is similar to our alphabet. So they can buy domains that in the moment that they presented to you, they are going to be arranged in this way. And you can see apple.com. But this is an homograph attack, as you can see. It's an homograph attack. So this is terrible, because how can you tell that this is a fake website? Don't worry, guys, you can. Let me show you. You can use tools like Netcraft bar, like this one. Look, I have this tool here. And you can see that this tool shows you the real URL. but you need to have installed that tool here. If you don't have it, you don't know it, and you can fall in a trap in an easy way. You see? Don't worry, at the end of this webinar, I'm going to provide you a list of links that you can visit, and you can download all of these tools. Don't worry about it. And well, let's continue. Well, phishing alert indicators. Are they trying to force you or rush you to do something? Or there are strange symbols or misspellings, or they are talking about something you don't know or you're not familiar with, or they are insisting to update your information, or, well, where do the links in this email really take you? Let me show you. I'm going to do demonstrations for you, a couple of them. Let me turn on this victim machine, and let's see. I'm going to show you a nice thing. I already sent a fake email to this computer. Let's see, to save time. Look, here we have a fake email. I already sent this fake email to my account, and look, customer service at bankofamerica.com. If you see, it's like the real email. You see? If you click, I am using Outlook, contact customer service, and it's showing LinkedIn normal, but it's fake. It's it's a fake email, and you see the normal image, etc., and we have a link here. One of the most important parts is that you never should click in a link if you are not totally sure about the final destination of that link. One of the things you can do is to do right click, copy this link, and you can open that link or visualize, and do not go there, but you can have the visualization about that link, and it's very weird. You see, I don't want to click in that link. It's not normal, right? But let's say that this person falls in the trap. So I'm going to show you the attacker machine. Let me put the attacker machine in the right part of the screen. Let me do it. So just for you remembering, the right part of the screen is going to be the malicious actor computer, and the left part is the victim. Okay, so as a victim, let's say that I click in the link they sent. Only one click. Look. With just one click, you can visit a website like this one, let's say. And let's wait a moment for this to happen. Let's see in this attacker's machine to see what is going on. Look, now we have a connection. With this connection, we can do different things, or well, the attacker can do different things. Let me show you what the attackers can do. One of the things is that he or she already have information about the victim, about the architecture, operating system, 64 bits, blah, 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 blah. But let's see the most interesting part. Let's go to commands, and I'm going to select social engineering. So in social engineering, we can use different things like this one. One of the things that the malicious actor can do, only with the mistake to click in the wrong link, is this. You can, as an attacker, send something like, okay, let's say that you need to validate your session. Let's say that your session is going to close and you need to validate your username and your password. Look, I'm going to say execute, and let's see what happened in the victim machine. Look, in the victim machine, you receive a pop-up asking for your username and password. Let's say that we are going to have a username like Brandon Jones, and the password can be something like Virginia 2022, a password that nobody uses ever, right? Look, that's what I wrote in the victim machine. Now I'm going to say OK, and now we can review our attacker machine and look, Brandon.Jones, Virginia 2022. So with this simple mistake that click in the wrong link, we already have access to create pop-ups in your computer and to steal your credentials. So it's dangerous. It's really, really dangerous. Well, phishing, I love this one. Phishing, it's so common here in the United States, because normally they call you saying that they are Microsoft support, or they are calling from the bank, etc. So you are going to hear something like this. Let me see if this works. You can tell me if you hear my voice a little different. Let's see. Give me a second.
Well, this is Mary from Bank of America. And you, because you are an amazing client for us, and we want to provide. I hope you can hear my voice now. Different.
Did you hear a change in my voice? Abandon was different a little bit?
My apologies, it did. I apologize.
Okay, good. In the phishing example, the malicious actor tries to fool you in order that you to provide information or allow the malicious actors to have access, remote access to your computer. This is very common here in the United States. They say that they are Microsoft support, and they force you to install a remote access tool like AnyDesk or DNC or similar, and they take control of your computer. They do nothing, and they want to ask you for money. Or they try to fake a website, shows you a different balance in your bank account, saying that they made a mistake. They put a lot of money in your account, like 10,000, 50,000 more than the money return that you deserve. And please return me this money because I'm going to be fired. Please help me, blah, 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 blah. And people, a lot of elder people falls in this trap. So people, be very careful, be very aware of these kind of tricks. No, never. Normally, Microsoft never going to call you to tell you that your computer have a problem or you have a virus. No, nobody. Well, never happens. Never. Well. I hope you can hear a baby. And pretexting, it's an additional trick normally connected with phishing. Just think that my voice for the YouTube people, you know, my voice sounds like a woman, right? So just think that I call you with my woman voice and my baby crying, saying, hey, please help me, give me the information I need, I don't know, or give me access to your computer, whatever. Normally, when you hear a baby crying, you normally have this impulse, this drive to look what is going on, right? You need to help this little baby. You need to know what is going on. Maybe he is in danger or she's in danger. So it's like a very primary instinct. So malicious actors use this. Maybe they can use another audio like this one. I hope you can hear that. So they can try to fool you that they are in an office, blah, 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 and in real they are in a very, very dark basement in their father's house. But, well, it's another way, pretexting. They create an indirect scenario to fool you. And they use different techniques to achieve that. Well, smishing. Smishing is another technique that the malicious actors use to send fake SMS. To be honest, it's terrible because it's very easy to do. Very, very easy to do. I'm going to show you. Maybe in the YouTube version, I'm going to try to blur a little bit the tool, but I'm going to show you guys because you are here and I appreciate that you accept the invitation to be here. So I'm going to show you. So a lot of malicious actors send fake SMS to your cell phone. So let me show you how it works. So the people that is here, now they are going to see the real tool, and in YouTube, I'm going to blur this tool. Sorry, guys. I don't want that a malicious actor use this. So let's use this tool, and I'm going to say sudo. Okay. So a malicious actor can fake the login for any website. Here with this tool, you can see that you can fake Facebook, Instagram, Google, Microsoft. Jairo, which one you prefer? Facebook, Instagram, Google, Microsoft, Netflix, PayPal, Steam. Which one you want me to fake? Steam, perfect. So I'm going to select 7 here. I'm not going to put this in a real website because it can be illegal depending on the place you are. So I'm going to use my own computer to show you how this works. So I'm going to copy this. I can create any kind of link to this fake website. Let me show you. I'm going to show you what is going on. Let me put this here. Look, it's similar to the real Steam. Jairo, what do you think? Or Brandon, what do you think? Or anyone? Similar, right? It's exactly the same. The problem here is, let's say that you put your credentials, like let's put Jenny dot Hawkins, I don't know. And the password for Jenny will be Washington 2022 and some symbols. Look, the URL is this one. Let me show you. When I say sign in, look, they redirect us to the real website. This is the real one. But the malicious actor already have what he or she is looking for. Look, Jenny.Hawkins, Washington 2022, and some symbols. You see? And you can receive an SMS saying, hey, somebody tried to reach your account, so you just need to validate your information, so please log in your account. And they send you this fake URL, and you fall in the trap easily. So do not click in links that you receive by SMS, please. You can see what happened, or well, you see what can happen. Impersonation, another way. Normally, malicious actors maybe needs to reach your company, go inside and take a look about if there are CCTV, if there are alarms, guards, dogs, I don't know, biometric sensors, proximity sensors, etc. So it's very, very common that the malicious actors need to grab access, physical access to your facilities. Normally, they can be disguised as communication workers or any kind of worker, right? Construction workers, or like a delivery guy, delivery girl, etc. So that's impersonation. You need to be very, very careful, and your security personnel needs to validate the identity for each person that reaches your facilities. And in the most of the case, will be nice if they call the company and ask if they send somebody to your company, because can be a trick. And what is the idea? Let me explain. There is another connected technique that is called baiting. Baiting, like when you go to fishing, baiting is to put some bait, attractive bait, so people can fall in the trap. So one of the things, maybe in a website you can see this, they are offering the last movie that is not even in theaters yet, but they offer you to download the last movie. Or they offer you an iPhone 14 for $500 or something like that. They can create fake stores, online stores, to steal your credit card information, or they can offer you movies, books, etc., so you can infect your computer. When you download those marvelous files, they can come with a malware, or they can compromise your company with a USB drive. Normally, you know that in some conference or in some spaces, people gives USB drives as a gift, right? Or the malicious actors can put this in any desktop in the company and leave it. What do you do if you find a USB drive like this in your desktop? Well, until 30 seconds ago, because I suppose with the information I'm going to provide you, maybe you are going to react in a different way. Let me show you. This is not a real USB or not a common USB drive. Let me show you. I'm going to dismantle this. And let me show you. This one comes with a micro SD containing instructions. This supposed USB behaves like a very fast keyboard. So let me show you. Well, the malicious actor just need that you connect this to your computer to compromise your entire organization. Let me show you. I'm going to put the victim machine here again. Let me put this here. Good, we have the machine. And I'm going to connect this USB drive to this machine. Let me show you. And I'm going to show you my hands. Look, my hands are here. Look, I'm not doing nothing. Everything is automated. And I don't have nobody here working or writing. No, I promise. Look, you see a lot of instructions without my intervention. So the only one thing that, look, the only one thing that a malicious actor needs you to do is to connect the USB. They don't need that you execute any command or do nothing. Exactly, it's a rubber ducky, Jairo. It's exactly a rubber ducky. It's exactly a rubber ducky. But I know that you are familiar with this technology. So let me show you another one, because you know what I'm talking about. So maybe you're familiar with this one. I don't know. This is a cactus. Cactus. Rubber ducky is nice, but this one is nicer. This one is wireless. Rubber ducky allows you to execute commands in an automated way. This one allows you to execute commands in an automated way and take remote control of the computer. So this is a cactus. It's very, very nice. Thanks for your intervention, Jairo. So you see how dangerous is this, right? The baiting part is very, very dangerous. So tailgating and piggybacking, it's another social engineering technique. Normally, the malicious actor just need that some real person is going, it's entering into the facilities, and this malicious actor just establish some seconds conversation with this person, like, hey, did you saw what happened with, I don't know, the last policy or the COVID, or, you know, how many subjects we can talk, right? And this person normally answer because this person is polite, or, you know, this person answer, oh, no, I don't know, what happened? And the guard thinks that you comes together, that you are arriving together, that the malicious actor is a real person that works in the facilities or works in the company and allow you to pass. Sometimes the malicious actor comes with a fake ID. If there are some kind of controls like proximity controls, RFID, or near-field communication devices, etc., they come with a fake one, and they put that in the sensor. And of course, it's not going to work. But sometimes the guard approach and say, what happened? And this person says, I don't know, I'm so late for my meeting with the CEO, the CFO, Brandon is going to fire me, please help me. And the guard, if you looks like a person that belongs in that facilities, allows to pass. You don't know how many facilities I reach in this way. And you can be in disguise or not. Well, you don't have an idea what I did in my entire life, doing this in an authorized way, of course, with the companies, to validate their security measures, their physical security measures. Another way is this one. It happens to a lot here in the United States. I can't tell you how many times. Let's say that a delivery guy comes with a lot of boxes, and this guy comes, very heavy boxes, and he just put himself at the side of the door, and moves and looks like discomfort. How do people react? Normally, somebody approach and open the door for him or for her. And sometimes these have variants like coffees. They have a lot of coffees and food, and people normally open the door. Can be a trick. So the idea is that you need to ID people. Sock puppet accounts, it's very common, very, very common. Malicious actors can create fake social network accounts to reach you, to establish a relation, and then exploit that relationship. Like ask you for photos, ask you for videos, ask you for recordings, etc. Some recommendations: please never send. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you like to send photos with no clothes or small amount of clothes or showing a lot of skin, please don't put your face. Or if you have a tattoo or something that can identify you in a very easy way, please don't put that in the photo, because you don't know who is in the other part of in the other screen, in the other keyboard, who is behind the other keyboard. You don't know it. Look, it happens to me just a couple of days ago. Not the photos part, the try to trick me part. And I leave that invitation there because I have these webinars, and let me show you. I receive, let me show you. I received an invitation from this beautiful girl. Normally, beautiful girls, right? I know that I'm not so handsome. I'm not terrible. It's not. If you look at me, you are not going to be hurt. But I'm not so handsome. I'm not Brad Pitt. So I know that for sure this girl is so beautiful to be real, to be honest. And she have like a realistic profile, right? So she have activity, followers. Maybe you think, oh, this is a real profile. Oh, nice. She works in the Pace Creative Group. Blah blah blah. Let me show you. I'm going to click in her photo. I'm going to copy this link of this image, and I'm going to use a tool that can be used by anybody in the world. It's called Yandex. Yandex is like a search engine, but like Google or so. And they have an amazing artificial intelligence search engine. So let me show you. I'm going to click in the image part. I'm going to paste the link, and let's see if this beautiful girl is real. Well, this beautiful girl have or appears in, let's see. Let me allow the script so we can know how many websites. But, well, it's okay. Look. Fruit Tales, best non-comedogenic primer, blah, 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 primers for acne. This photo is from a model. Look, a lot of different profiles, Turu Lab, color grading, blah, 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 some Russian, Facebook, Nati Store, Fabiola Mays, 2 different Facebook profiles with the same photo. Instagram, 1, 2, 3, wallpaper, something, Pinterest, and so on, so on, so on. How many places have the same image for this same girl? Some of them with a little alteration, but at the end of the day, is this girl. So this is a fake account. You can see? So it happens day by day. I'm not going to remove this one because it's great for these webinars. So be very careful with the people you connect. My recommendation for you, if you are not an influencer or a person that needs to show what you're doing, put your social networks in private mode. Put privacy. That's it. And you just accept the people you know. If you want to have a public profile, Perfect. You don't need to put all the information there. Be careful. Be very, very careful. Well, fake pop-ups and scareware. Normally, maybe it happens to you. You are navigating in a website and then appears a pop-up saying, congratulations, you are the visitor 100 million, blah, 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 and you receive a prize. You are the winner. That's a lie. We are in public, so I can say the proper word, but, well, let's say that this is BS, right? And the warnings. This is a scareware. Sometimes you have a warning saying, hey, you are infected. Click here to disinfect your computer because you are in the risk, blah, 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 blah. You're in risk, blah, 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 blah. It's fake. When you click in those pop-ups, you infect your computer, not before. That's important. Well, QR phishing. Some people, and with the pandemics, normally the restaurants put their menus in QR, and there is a lot of QR, and I know a lot of people that loves to read QR codes with their cell phones. Malicious actors can create QR codes in a very, very easy way. Let me show you another demonstration. I hope you love demonstration. I'm very happy doing them. So let's take this computer again. And I'm going to show you in a moment. Give me a second. Here. Good. Let's use another tool. Again, the people that is here connected with me is going to see the tool. But maybe I'm going to blur a little bit just in case for the YouTube channel. I don't know. Maybe this I can show. Well, this tool allows the malicious actor or the ethical hacker, of course, in our case, we are ethical hackers, allows you to create a lot of different social engineering attacks. And remember, the difference between a malicious guy and us is that the things we do are authorized by the owner of the company or the people from the company we are testing. They just need to know if they are safe or not. That's why we use these techniques. The techniques are the same, the tools are the same that the malicious actors use. The difference is that we have authorization and we are not going to harm the company. Well, let's say 1, social engineering attacks, and 8, QR code generator. So enter the URL you want to QR code. Perfect. I'm going to put https://secpro.llc. That's it. So this tool just create this tool. Let's see. https secpro.llc. Let's see. Nice. So this tool already creates a QR code. Let's see. I'm going to copy the file we just create and let's view it. I'm going to say sudo display this one. Perfect. I'm going to visit that one because it's totally legal and harmless. You don't need to do it. If you want to try, go ahead, please. Look, my cell phone is ready to validate QR codes. I don't know if the camera can show it. Well, I'm going to do it. Look, I'm going to read it. Yeah, look, it's going to visit our company website. Oh man, the camera, it's blurring. Almost. Look, it's SecPro website. Are you ready for the next cyber attack? We can tell you. Well, so as you see, takes seconds to create a QR code. So please stop reading the QR codes in the streets. Can be a trick. Is my password strong enough? I don't know. People sometimes put so easy to remember passwords, and that's a big weakness. Never put easy passwords that can be figured out with your social networks. Malicious actors does these kind of things. Let me show you. And then maybe you are going to think about your family or yourself if somebody with enough knowledge about you can find a password for you. Let me show you. I'm going to use this tool. This tool is very interesting. It's a profiler. This tool allows me to create a dictionary or a list of potential passwords from a specific person. Let's say that your first name is Robert. Your surname can be Stinson. Nickname, let's say that people call you Bob. Birth date, let's say 02/01, 1995. Partner's name, let's say that Robert is married with Susan. Susan. Nickname from Susan. Sue, let's say that. Sue. Partner's birth date, let's say 03/05/1998. Let's say. Child's name, let's say that their son is called Alex. Child's nickname, let's say Think. Birth date of Alex, Alex's birthday, let's say 06/02/2020. 2020. Perfect. Oh, sorry, 06/08. I put 2020. That's it. Let's say that they have a dog like Nero, let's say. Company name, let's say SecPro. Do you want to add some keywords about the victim? Let's say yes. And let's say that somebody researched about Robert and found that Robert lives in Virginia, comma, that he loves New York, that he has twins, let's say, that this person loves history. I don't know, we can put here Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and one more like Arlington, let's say. Let's put the year. That's why it's very important that you never use your ID. Yeah, like Mr. Robot, yeah, exactly. Exactly. And never put your ID, your birth date, never put your child's names as password, never. Let's say enter. Do you want to add special characters at the end of the words? Yes, put special characters. Random numbers at the end of the words? Yes. Lead mode means you are going to change letter for numbers. You are going to put 4 instead of an A. You are going to put 3 instead of an E, and so on, so on, so on. Let's say yes. So let's see. We create a dictionary with 59,000 words with this small amount of information. Let's take a look. Cat robert.txt, and you can see dates forward and backwards, look, with symbols. Alex, the kid, with some letters, additional letters. SecPro, with numbers and symbols. Sue, this case is Sue, with some additional characters. Susan, you think, Robert, backwards, and so on, so on, so on. Do you think, guys, if somebody with enough time and enough research about you can find at least something similar to your passwords? And if maybe it's not your case, think about your family. Think about your coworkers, right? So this is dangerous. And there is a lot of different tools that the malicious actors can use to do this. That's why be careful with your passwords. Never use something that somebody can find in your social networks. Well, you can validate how strong is your password, with different tools. Be careful. I never recommend you to put your real password in these websites. I'm not saying that. You can put something like or similar to your passwords. Let me show you this one. LastPass, how secure. We can use a website to validate how secure is your password, right? So we can use different websites to know that. My recommendation is never put your real password. If your password is a word with 6, 8 letters, put something like that, and you can validate. So, well, this one is in Spanish. Let me look if I can change to English. I don't know why it's looking. Let me change to English. English here. How secure is your password? So let's put something like Washington. Washington. Well, it's of course it's very easy. Washington 2022. Oh, sorry. It recommends that put symbols. Of course, it's very, very weak. Let's put Washington. It's not showing what I'm writing. For some reason, it's not showing exactly what I'm writing. It's easier to do this. I'm going to write it in another part, and you can see it. So let me call another tool, and I'm going to show you. Perfect. So let's put something like Washington 2022. Sorry, 2022. I'm going to copy this. And paste here. If not, we can use another one. Paste. Okay. Sorry. It wasn't what I'm looking for. Again, paste and enter. Look, it's very, very weak. If you add a symbol, etc., people sometimes feels that if they put like a plus sign or something like that at the end of the password, that solves the problem. And no, unfortunately, no, not at all. Let me refresh this. You see, moderately strong, but no. My recommendation for you is to put, let me show you, it's very simple. I'm going to leave this website here. One of the things you can do is, let's say that you love 3 different cities. I can keep the Washington part, and I'm just going to change the second letter for a symbol, like I change to an @ symbol. Let's put, I don't know, Vermont. I'm going to put capital, this first one, and the second letter, a number, Vermont, and let's say one more, like Miami. And I'm going to change the second letter. And let's see how strong can be this password. And I'm going to show you another one. Let me show you. I'm going to refresh this. Very strong. And let me show you another tool that you can use to validate your passwords. This tool is nice because it shows you the time, the amount of time that can take to crack a password. So I'm going to put the password here. 200 sextillion years takes to crack the last password we provide. So you can concatenate, you can join different words to create a very, very strong password. So it's not difficult, it's easy to do that. So here you have this option: Washington, amazing history, Virginia is passion, cyber for all, etc. So that's the recommendation. Join different words. You can combine different words and make at least 12, the best 14, at minimum 14 characters in your password. And then comes a problem. I have many passwords, difficult password. What can I do? Because normally people takes a post-it and put that post-it in the side of your computer. That's not what we are looking for. So you can use a tool like LastPass that is a password manager. LastPass is a nice tool that you can use. Look. With LastPass, you just need one strong password to remember, and LastPass stores all your passwords for you, and it can write it in the fields, in the proper fields, in the different websites, because you have your personal email password, your computer password, your corporate email password, your Facebook that knows your wife or your husband, the real Facebook, your Instagram that knows your wife or your husband, the real Instagram, and so on, so on, so on, right? Maybe just me, but well, you know. So use a password manager. It's better because you have so many passwords that it's impossible that you remember all of them, and we don't want that you write them in a post-it and put in your screen. Well, some recommendations. I leave that in Spanish, sorry. Recommendations. We already talked about this. The best cyber defense is to be alert always. If you publish something that do not belongs to you anymore, so anybody can use that. Remember that. Before to accept somebody in your social networks, validate that this person is real, right? If somebody calls you and asks for information, you just ask for a landline to return the call. Normally, a malicious actor is never going to provide you a landline to return the call. Normally, they are going to say, no, you need to take action right now. You need to decide right now. Okay, I don't care. Bye. And hang. You know, cut the communication. Never provide information through phone calls. Never. Never. It's not recommended at all. Never visit links in SMS. We already talked about that. You can validate the legitimacy of sites like with tools like Netcraft. We already talked about that Netcraft toolbar. Netcraft extension. The Netcraft, sorry, extension. The Netcraft extension. You can download that one and you can install it in almost any kind of device you have. It comes for Chrome, but let me show you. Let's see. This one. Don't worry, those links are in a list of links we are going to provide. No problem at all. So let me allow these scripts here. So you can install this tool for your mobile devices, your browsers, any browser, your email, and you are going to be protected against phishing. That's very, very important, right? You already saw what can the malicious actors do. So you can use a pop-up blocker like uBlock. Normally, the tools I'm recommending right now are tools that I have installed in my computer, like uBlock, this one, uBlock. In the YouTube channel, we are going to have the list of links, and I'm going to provide a link if you want to visit that one. I'm going to copy in the chat in a moment. So I'm going to copy this in the chat just in case you want it right now. Perfect. And I'm going to copy the uBlock URL as well, so you can access that. Well, you should use a script blocker. I use NoScript. I love that one. Is this tool. NoScript stops the execution of scripts in your browser. Let me show you something. Let's see the New York Times, nytimes.com. Look, NY Times tried to execute different scripts in my computer, but they are stopped. Look, my tool is telling me that there are some scripts that are not being executed. I'm not saying that they are bad or malicious, no. Normally, that kind of scripts looks to know who I am, where I'm located, etc. In this case, New York Times, it's okay, no problem. But the malicious actors use the same techniques to steal information from you or try to grab more information from you. So that's why normally I try to stop the scripts with tools like NoScript. NoScript, I'm going to copy this link for you, just in case. NoScript is for Firefox. Maybe you well, let me explain at least an additional thing. I'm going to show you something. Maybe you don't want to install all the tools I'm showing. Well, you can use a specific privacy-oriented browser. I'm going to show you. Well, if you suspect from a file, no, do not open that file. Never open that file. Let me show you something. Last demonstration, and we are going to finish in 5 minutes. Don't worry. So let me show you this. We have a normal computer, a regular computer. We can have some image here. Let's see. We have an image here, normal image. We have another one, another conference. Good. And let's say that this person received an email and download a malicious file with a ransomware. And this person opens that file. Look what is going to happen in this computer. You see? Now I can't access the image we already saw before. Now we can't. You see? We can't. We lost that information, and the malicious actors is going to ask us for money to recover our files. They are going to ask you for $300, $400, or maybe $1, $2, $3, $7 million. That happens. You can look in the news how much money paid, some companies paid due to a ransomware. You see? And then they are going to show message asking for money. I'm going to say no here, but well, that's how a ransomware works. So it's very, very dangerous. You need to be careful. Look, I have the message here. They are asking for $300 to this Bitcoin wallet. Well, let me remove that malware from here. Good. Perfect. If you want to use a browser privacy-oriented, you can use a browser like Brave. You can look for brave.com. It's a browser, privacy-oriented, it's a very good one. And you don't need to install the tools I already mentioned. You already have all of them by default in this browser. It's a very good solution. It's totally recommended, brave.com. Very good one. Perfect. I'm sorry. Well, you should have multi-factor authentication activated, of course. Password managers, I already mentioned that. In multi-factor authentication is something you know, like the password, and something you have, like your fingerprint or a token that arrives to cell phone. Please, in every service you can put or activate multi-factor authentication, do it, please. Never connects to a public wireless network, to a Wi-Fi network. No, use your cell phone data. Please never connect to a public Wi-Fi. There is a lot of risks in a public Wi-Fi. Well, guys, I don't know if you have answers. That's the information I want to share with you today. I don't know if you have a question. I say answers, right? I have answers for you. I don't know if you have a question. Everything is okay? Well, you talk to me in the chat. So which VPN is secure? Okay, very good question. Yeah, with VPN, it's secure to connect wireless? Yes, Jairo. You can use a VPN to connect to a Wi-Fi. It's better, yeah. It's going to create a tunnel, and it's going to be very difficult for somebody listening to see what is going on. Very good, yes. You can use a VPN. Good question. Any other question? No? Okay. Here you have a link, the cybersec.bio.link. You can visit. And you can take a look about our information. Well, another question. When you enter to Onion page, you use a VPN. I normally use a virtual machine, Jairo, and a VPN, both. Very good question. Both things. There are different distros that allows you to create a virtual machine to to connect to Tor. My recommendation, Tails. Tails, it's a very nice Linux distribution, and everything you do with Tails travels across Tor. I'm going to copy this for you in the chat. That's it. Tails. Portable operating system, protects against surveillance. Yeah, it's very good. Totally recommended. Totally recommended. Well, as I mentioned before, you can reach our website, Twitter, Facebook. My recommendation, take a look at our GitHub if you can, and you can look for cybersecurity links. And in cybersecurity links, you have awareness, malware analysis, different links. Here in awareness, you have the links that we mentioned today and some additional links that can be useful for you to protect your infrastructure, protect your machines, and be safer. So totally recommended, cybersec.bio.link. So, well, that's what we have for today. Any other question? Well, I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for your time to be here. And well, I hope you learned something new. And please, I'm going to leave this in our YouTube channel, and you can leave comments there. Interesting. I've seen one of my videos. Ah, nice. Perfect, Jairo. We will be in Twitch maybe next week. Next week is a little complicated for me, and I want to continue the Python training in Twitch. So thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Perfect. Guys, have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for your time. So see you. Be safe. Bye.